Hello and welcome back to another How To Bloke. You know, it's difficult trying to find new content to put onto YouTube. Everything's been done, so I'm a bit stuck for ideas. But here's another car jobby. But this one is this one is not advanced, but it's kind of like a master class. Anyway, the footwells in these, this is a Renault Scenic 3, Phase 3, Mark 3, whatever, 2009. Now the footwells in here can fill up with water, and that comes from the air conditioning unit. And I'll show you more about that. Now you've probably seen there's a load of videos on YouTube about cleaning out the pipe that goes from the air conditioning unit in the car to the outside to drain it. It's important that it does. And if you want to, you're ever interested to actually see the pipe that it refers, I mean, it could be a different shape. My one is round like that, it could be oval, I don't know, but we're going to try and attempt with to get this on film. So camera lady, if you can just like lie down there and I'll highlight it with my super duper torch. It's just there. I don't know if you can see that, ladies and gentlemen, but that is the pipe. Now that is the drain pipe for the heat exchanger on the vehicle. Have you ever noticed that if you get on a summer's day, you get a glass of beer or whatever, and you got condensation dripping down the outside of the glass? Well, the same thing happens in air conditioning. You get a cold surface and you got hot air, and the water vapor in the air condenses and drips. That's why you got beer mats, one of the reasons. Anyway, the drips are supposed to come out of that hole, but the hole gets blocked. Anyway, we're not talking about the blocked hole bit today. Right, so we're upright again. Now this is the situation here. These things here, if you can get down here, camera, take the mat out if there's a mat, and in here now, and excuse the dirt and the mess, but it gets heavy duty use. Now this footwell here used to get liquid in it, and it used to come from the air conditioning. So where does it come from? I'll show you. Where it comes from is here. There's this panel here, you see this one? Remember, it's a Renault Scenic 3. It might be different on your car, but this is for a Renault Scenic 3 people. Now this is there's one on the other side as well. So what we're going to do is take that off and have a look underneath there. Now you are going to break, there's a clip there, you are going to break that. I bet your bottom dollar you're going to break that, so expect to buy another clip for that. Doesn't come off any other way, doesn't unscrew, just kind of pulls off like that. Now, right, what used to happen was this is where the masterclass bit comes in. What used to happen was that every now and again I used to check that regularly, once a week, and there's always to be water in it, which is annoying, especially, I mean, not in the winter time, but in the summertime. And so I used to go to the drain plug, and I didn't actually poke anything inside it. I used a wet and dry Hoover, you know, vacuum cleaner, to blow and suck, but it came to a point where nothing would go, nothing was blocking it, but it would still fill up. I couldn't figure out why this was happening, but I found something. By taking that cover off I've just shown you, I found something in there. Now what it was this. You see that? Now you probably recognise that. I'll show you what happened. If you walk round here, this thing went inside the vents there. You see those vents for the windscreen? Right, that went in there. Now gravity took this thing and ended up near the heat exchanger there, the condenser. So The reason I found it was, can you see that pipe there? You have to get down closer, camera. You can. You see, there's a pipe there, which leads to the top, to the dash there. Now, what you have to do is to pull, or jiggle that pipe off. Now, that pipe there, you see. Now, this is where not water, but cold air would circulate. But what happened usually, if it was blocked, if that pipe was blocked, water would come out of that hole and find its way down here into the footwell, either left or right. On my side, it's predominantly the right-hand side. So I thought, well, this is really weird. This the pipe, the drain pipe is clear. So what could it be? So I looked inside there, and I found this. Now inside there, you can't see it. Inside there is a hole. I can't remember what shape it is. It's a hole which drains the liquid, any condensate, out underneath the car like it should do. But this was blocking it. Now, I'm sort of saying it's one of these things. It could be something else, like a little ball, or I don't know, something that's small enough to get in the top and block up the drain hole in there. So I was thinking, well, how am I going to get that out? It was like wedged in. Anyway, I managed to get it out with some jiggery pokery, and all I did was I put that just pushes in, pulls out. Put that pipe back, put the cover back. Now this cover never goes back properly unless it's got that clip there on the end there, right? So you know, until you get another clip or got another clip fit it in there, then you'll always be not absolutely perfect. But my point is that since I've done that, removed this thing from the drain plug hole, it works a treat. And that was a year ago, and it's been perfect ever since. So there we go. If you've got a problem with your Renault Scenic 3, Mark III, Phase 3, and you've got this problem about the footwells always filling up with water, and the actual pipe to drain pipe is clear, unblocked, then there's your problem. There's your problem. So something is blocking the evacuation, the hole, so that the water can't get out and it gets down into the footwell. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I hope that's something new on YouTube. There's a lot of videos that talk about the drain pipe and clearing that. Fine, you know, watch those, and you can do whatever you feel is necessary. But this is the next step. If you can't find why, even though you cleaned the drain pipe, that it still fills up, and that's your reason. It doesn't have to be one of these, of course. It could be anything enough to block the hole. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I've got some, let me see, cooking up here. I've got some quick tips up here. I've got some more DIYs down here, and if you want to subscribe to me, it's down there. So until next time.